We were left unsupervised.
I feel like it's bad if Manon is the supervisory component. Oh no. That explains a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That explains a lot. Manon is the voice of reason? Oh no.
Well, why don't you two apprise Manon of what happened when she was gone?
Well, you see, we started going on rational inquiries about a not niche, not obscure path of theology and possible infiltration of holy organizations by devils and angels among us. And see, we knew there was something. There had to be. But the theology was infiltrated, and we were swayed away and cast as crackpots and loons.
They didn't like Pudge's hot dogs.
They did
Oh.
not like my hot dogs. They are weak-willed, and they are vegetarians.
Also, food is not allowed in the library.
They are weak-willed and lack knowledge. And then we then convinced the clergy to bring Manon's only friend to the friend priest. I forgot her name. I don't know many of these skinny folks. They're all the same to me, but that one was special, I think. So we got her into the thing.
Frangella. Great.
Legion, do I forgot anything?
Did we know that niche thing was the Archangel of Wrath?
Mm-hmm.
We found out her name's Helia,
Mm-hmm.
revolted against her god, and was cast out.
Mm-hmm.
Could be here on Earth somewhere.
Is there?
Or here on Llivena somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we told this to a bunch of people, and we were very handled to stop our inquiries because we were basically saying some 9/11 truther shit of this world.
Mm.
I believe you also did some shopping.
I don't.
I was
remember.
there for the shopping part. Because
The party tried to do some research in the library.
Didn't work out very well.
yeah. Yeah. We're just
Well, I think that's it.
there they are. Okay.
Okay. You, after your festivities last time, you now have the choice to wrap up your evening with something, or you can proceed to the next morning of the meeting.
Why wait? Let's go. Meeting with everybody.
Woo.
Okay. You take your long rest, and come morning, man, and just as early in the morning as you would predict, you all receive some knocks on your door, and Sister Frangella has come to take you to your meeting.
Great.
Friedis is not quick to wake up.
No. I actually just try and leave without waking her up. Am I reasonably convinced that Fridas can read?
She can read.
Okay. I'll leave a note on her pillow with some money so she can go get some tea or something. Just leave her.
You are deft enough to do that.
I can't imagine she's going to be helpful in this situation unless we end up fighting the entirety of the meeting, which I hope is not the case.
You don't want her there for support? Emotional or otherwise?
Emotional support is terrifying, frankly.
I carry some emotional support with me every day. Pulls out a
Bacon does
hot
not count.
dog.
Then you may proceed.
This is my emotional support. Meatloaf? Does it wear a vest?
Does it wear a vest?
How else are people gonna know that it's a special meatloaf?
That guy's a vampire. Guy's definitely a vampire. His collar is much too large.
He may also just enjoy a gay discotheque.
Nope, nope. He's got two collars now that I see it. Two collars. Vampire. He's got a widow's peak, two collars. His eyes glow. Definitely a vampire.
It is daylight in this room. Did
Is
you
in
have
the
a terrible
church.
run-in with vampires before we met you?
No.
Legion's never been to Strahd's castle.
Yeah.
I've
Legion,
never
are
been
you
to
upset?
Barovia.
Are you upset that you've never been to Barovia?
Yes.
Maybe next time.
You enter what is a small chamber, and in attendance you see the leaders of the different factions. New faces. Man, and make a history check.
Awesome. I'm real good at that. That's a lot. I cast guidance on myself. Oh, no, that's a natural one. I have no fucking idea.
Oh yeah, first roll of the game.
You haven't had very much exposure to these people, and at best, you probably heard about them in your textbooks or something.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't care.
Yeah, it was like government class.
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
You have at the front Prior Coletano, who serves as like the Speaker of the House. Abbot Brienza, who is more so like the Supreme Judge or Justice. Most formal crimes come to him. And Almaner Parea is the head of the Honor Guard.
So the abbot's collar is so big because it hides justice inside it.
And not bite marks on his neck.
I mean, I guess it could be both. Maybe he just likes hickeys. Can't judge people that way.
Gotta hide the hickeys. The prior is the person who calls the meeting to order. Man and honor tied. This meeting has been called to discuss political dealings between Praetoria and the Australithic League. How would you like to begin today's discussion?
So... first of all, I'm really bad at this. Uh, so I think that it would behoove both Pretoria and the Australithic League to come together to fight a larger threat, and barring some sort of alliance, establishing a embassy here for the Australithic League may be mutually beneficial for Pretoria. Also, like, I don't know if you noticed, but the whole continent's on fire, and it seems like maybe that might be a problem, because I don't imagine the Dark Heiress is gonna stop. Also, considering she's like a couple 100 miles to the south of here currently, it definitely doesn't seem like she's gonna stop. And then I expressively shrug and give panicked eyes to Pudge because I'm bad diplomacy.
Pudge is eating like a hot dog.
Just shoving a glizzy down his throat, right?
Doesn't look like he had no intention to talk. He's just
Fantastic. So yesterday we spent some time doing a little bit of diplomatic outreach to the factions, and in real time this was like a month ago and I don't fucking remember everything. But okay. I don't fucking remember. But in so doing, it gave us a better idea of where Pretoria stands politically, and how they may feel about perhaps pursuing some more or less traditional means of missionary work or protecting the faith. Also, so listen, y'all are not really particularly interested in me being here and would like me to leave because I'm a problem. But the thing is that I am honor bound to not stop being a problem until the things I think are of cataclysmic global importance are solved. So the faster you help me do that, the faster I will leave and cease being a bad example for the youths.
Help me with this problem so you can get rid of me faster.
Yeah.
Neat.
The council recognizes your argument.
That's all I got, yo. Unless you'd like me to spill some super top secret shit, which I could do, but that seemed perhaps like something that you all would prefer not be discussed even in such a cloistered group as this.
Man, did you just threaten them?
Mm-hmm.
What is the nature of this secret?
Well, like all good secrets, it's something that the more perceptive people in this room are already suspicious of. But the nature of this secret is the clandestine movements of a certain fourth faction who is not currently represented in this room because the members of said faction are off doing fuckery.
Thank you for answering the question. The floor is yielded to Archdiocese Verderosa. The Archdiocese was the one person on your list who was a little more amenable in conversation with you. And that's presented physically as she is on her own on one side of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a look on her face of a depiction in that she recognizes that she's outnumbered in this room, and she's come with an understanding that it's going to be a fight. And she stands looking at the gentleman across from her, and then to the cardinal. Members of the council, Manon has come back home as an ambassador of the Australithic League to share with us critical information as to the movements of the Durasval Empire. I don't think it's a secret that the intention behind their request of embassies and the like is in an effort to have us join their war efforts. But perhaps it is time that we explore outside the boundaries of our neutrality and see if there is a better future with Praetoria involved. It would give us an opportunity to convert more to the faith, elevate and enable those who are pure of heart and willing to learn, and help us spread our influence. To side against the Australithic League would put us in harm's way. But we are self-sufficient, and we have the geographical advantage of an island. And Durasval would be fighting a war on two fronts. And I don't think anyone on this council is supportive of what Durasval has been up to.
At least not publicly.
And she will take her seat. The prior motions to the Grand Master. Oh, a hand raised?
The delegation from the Australithic League would like to follow up on that point.
The floor is yielded.
I think it is very unlikely that Durasval would ever want to invade. Two fronts and all. But grand ambitions of an empire know no logic and reason. I will also say, Durasval, just because they are not invading you, doesn't mean they're not invading you. Their troops may never land here, but I fear they will try to influence your politics. They will find those of you who are convenient for them politically. You have your reasons for supporting what you support, and I will not deny their virtue and what you mean for them and what they mean to you are true. But the Durasval Empire might use you, make you prominent because you will be out of their way. And I think it's worth being aware of that. I think being passive opens you to being enacted on. And that is why I personally, separated from the embassy, think you should be more proactive on the continent. Actively influencing, maybe not taking a side, but being part of, being seen, taking a scope of the world before the world takes a scope of you.
Thank you, Ambassador Pudulus. Ambassador Pudulus.
Ridiculous.
You fucking love it. You fucking love it.
He did this to us.
The Grandmaster will take his turn. Praetoria was not founded to be an active influencer on the continent. It was meant to be a beacon and a haven, but something to seek out. The more we distract ourselves with activities and agendas outside of our walls, outside of our land, the more we become distracted from what really matters, and that's focusing on ourselves and dedicating ourselves to our deities and to enlightenment.
Sounds like my ex.
I agree that there have been ongoing agendas within our own factions that that are not transparent, nor do they have to be, but some reassurances would be appreciated. I wouldn't jump to the conclusion that we need to start abandoning our way of life or our commitment to neutrality. But it would be worth making sure that none of us here are swayed or influenced by outside forces.
I'll raise my hand.
A point of information from the for our embassy.
The prior recognizes Manon.
So, I have a follow-up to that, which is, what if the undue influence is not coming from outside? What if the call is coming from inside the house?
What do you mean to suggest?
Well, since I'm real bad at suggestions, I'll just say it. I think, based on the information that I have gleaned from examining the motivations of the Dursfall Empire and connections that I've seen across the continent, that the undue influence that has corrupted and motivated the Dursfall Empire is likely already on the island and has already been working its machinations. This is not an instance in which you have the opportunity to protect yourself from the outside coming in. It was here the whole time, and it's just been seeping up from the ground like groundwater.
The court will recognize Ambassador Pudulus.
Oh, Ambassador Manon, were you complete? Were you done?
Well, yeah, I kind of thought that analogy was pretty good.
No. I have a hard time figuring out when it's my turn to talk.
Oh. Yeah. I don't. That's really the best I could come up with, honestly.
Alright. Alright. So, point of information for our holy friends. You said that your nation will be a beacon to be sought for, meaning people will come here. May I ask, how many migrants have come to this holy land and become part of the nation?
Currently, we have a
Is it a
policy.
fat goose egg? Zero? Nothing?
We are willing to take in up to 500 new followers per year if they have demonstrated such religious commitments and are willing to be and are sponsored by one of our own.
Your beacon doesn't sound like much of a beacon. It sounds like that mission of bringing in the faithful has failed. Unless you want to condemn the whole continent to not having a single person of holy value.
Our beacon only grows brighter the more we stay true to a standard of excellence here.
I know it sounds like copium.
Whispers, that's massive copium. They are totally not getting followers, and they are totally coping about it.
I think that we've probably killed more people than you've recruited. That doesn't seem like great.
These weren't the same group. I
odds.
just want to clarify. These weren't the same people. We did not kill your converts.
No. I assumed that they're capable of the logical leap that we've been at war. And thus, the people that we've killed are...
You know, the only one we know from Pretoria left Pretoria.
Yeah,
That's not strictly true. You do know my sister.
Oh, also,
Okay, so
See the secret.
50% of the from the Australopithecus League, 50% of our representation of your nation is Manon. I don't think that's a good representation for your ideals of the nation. I think it might be better to put faces out there that aren't Manon.
Honestly, both of the faces that they know they're both my face.
Oh yeah, they're twin faces.
oh yeah.
Okay. The other
wait,
face doesn't count, but we know the other face. That is this face. Okay, can you please up the number from 2? And can you please up the bad impressions of your ideals of your nation that gets no immigrants up from 50%?
Yeah. So far, the only people we know from your nation are like two polar opposites.
We're not saying you kidnap people. We're just saying, have you thought of being out there? You know, even restaurants give out samples.
You're not doing a very good job of like selling your everything. Your anything.
Does that interest you in a sample of communion?
Here, try these crackers.
Would you like some
offering
wine?
free samples of the body of Christ?
You fucking know if people were offering the fucking blood of Christ. You fucking know people would be lining up in church.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Have a baggie of the blood of Christ. I'm glad I was able to just kill sickened Quentin, TBH.
God damn it. Very good.
Oh, this is debate class, but also comedy hour.
Comedy.
So debate class.
The spotlight moves over to
Oh shit, is there actually a spotlight being moved?
They just like have like a refractory window that just beams the
They're
sunlight.
just- There's some little choir boy up there who's like precariously perched, moving this
Oh
thing.
god, now they're talking. Now they're talking.
They cast fly on him. They don't have no
They
safety
gotta use the altar
equipment.
boys for something around here.
Oh.
I don't like that phrasing. As someone who grew up Catholic and you who grew up Catholic, I don't like that phrasing.
I mean, it does imply they're not being used for other things.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't like the idea of child labor as an alternative to sexual exploitation.
You know,
Well, the Perfectus is gonna talk now.
yeah.
Alright. Look. To the council, I'll say this. We don't have a standing military or army ready to go out into the world and just for the sake of spreading word or marketing, as you might have it. All of our forces need to be here at home to defend the motherland. Durisfall is a formidable enemy. If they attack, then our full might needs to be present. Whether they be clerics, monks, paladin. It would take all of us to defend our home. And if we show any sign of joining or even sympathizing with the Australific League, then we put ourselves in harm's way. I'm not against a challenge. If they attack, then we will hold strong. And what they've done to innocent people into land that doesn't belong to them, nor has been promised by God, I'm not willing to sympathize for either. Perhaps we should consider increasing the number of people we can induct to Pretoria, train them, and in the future have spare forces to represent us on the mainland. I don't know if I support being active today, but perhaps I think it's time to consider and prepare for when times change.
Times are changing now. What the fuck?
We have great might, and and the world deserves to see that and recognize it. That is all. The prior
Did he just say
turns-
no, but kinda yes?
I want to ask a question.
Hey, help us with this war.
No, got an idea.
The prior will turn once again to your party. You've heard the opinion of each of our faction leaders. Do you have a response?
Well, to the Prefectus's point, I actually agree with him to a certain degree. Many degrees, actually. To bolster an army, you need people. And seeing as he pulls out a piece of paper, looking at your immigration numbers, that's not a good manpower for mobilization. But
Is it
I'm
actually just a greasy napkin?
it is a greasy napkin with a 0 on it.
Oh, great.
But I think we can increase your numbers. Because more people of holy faith coming to your nation bolsters your strength. Does it not? And only those of faith. Now, there is a humanity crisis going on across the bay. There is a nation at war with itself. New people liberating themselves. Is there not holy ones among them? Those who would like to strive away from cruelty, who could be shown a new light, guided, not left into anarchy and bloodlust, but shown a new path and given new purpose. You don't even need to interact with the Jurisfall Empire or the Australithic League, but you become open to the world around you and also get more fur bodies for the army.
Yep. And I think Pudge just suggested that Pretoria should just kidnap the furries in Rosemont.
I did not fucking say that!
Well, I message
Cat
Legion. I message Legion. I think that perhaps Pudge has forgotten that the people here are not super tolerant of non-humans.
This is why their immigration number is 0.
It is.
Yes.
Alternatively, you could get the French fox.
Yeah. I will add to Pugilus's impassioned plea for recruitment numbers and the opportunity for betterment among oppressed peoples. And say that I, as much as anybody in this room, am aware of the might and pride of Pretoria and the likelihood that Pretoria would stand against an outside invading force and prevail. If what you were facing were simply an outside invading force, even one with magic or heretical gods on their side. But how will your stalwart morals and military strength and honor stand up if the Dark Heiress decides instead to use the crystals that she's been collecting, that I know also Pretoria has been collecting en masse? And if I know, I would hazard a guess that probably the Dark Heiress also knows. And she decides that rather than do whatever sort of dark communion she's intending to do on Shadowmoor, she decides to rip open the veil. And there is a planar vortex here that would just schism Pretoria down the middle. And how will your military might stand up to those sort of cataclysmic consequences?
It would look like it would be a second Andrew Ryan.
And that is the future that I have returned here to fight against. And I hope that you all are very perceptive enough to know that if I did not think that those were dire circumstances indeed, that I would not be here.
The Cardinal will raise her voice. These concerns you bring forward, Manon, are most dire, of great concern. We are confident in our strength here and our oversight of our own land. But should a rift in the veil open, I can't say that I have any foresight into what follows. We don't know what the Dark Heiress is doing on Shadowmoor. Yes, we do have agents out to deal with it. If you have your doubts with our agent's agenda or their ability to deal with the heiress, then I encourage you to go scope things out yourself.
Oh, yes, and you mean be summarily executed? Because that's what I was told would happen if I did that. Just so you know.
Why would you be executed? You're an ambassador of the Australophic League.
No, we would be killed by Eris.
Oh,
Or someone worse.
Well, I have on divine authority that if I were to go to Shadowmoor to investigate this, to satisfy my own sense of honor and sense of duty to try to prevent what's happening, that we would all be killed by the conservator and the agents that you have there on. So, yeah, that would solve a lot of problems.
I wouldn't consider Tamora's word of good authority, personally, but you have my blessing to go and investigate yourself. Do with that blessing what you will.
Could we have somebody to come with us of your nation in good faith?
Who would you ask?
I whisper to my party, alright, who will be our hostage?
Grandmaster Khalsa, whatever the fuck.
No, he doesn't want to. He literally lives on a fucking mountain and says everybody to fuck off.
No, we need to get him out. Need to get him off the mountain.
Manon, do we think we can get him off the mountain? Oh my god, what if we bring the prefectus?
I
God damn it. No, never mind. Oh,
I have to tell you, I don't think you're getting any of these people to come with us. That's like asking a senator to go on a SWAT raid.
Looks at guy who came to meeting in armor.
I mean, I have an idea. We would not want to unduly remove anyone from their duties, and would prefer that someone volunteer to come with us.
Okay. Man, make a persuasion check.
I am part of the delegation. Is that an advantage?
Yes, you can roll with advantage.
Okay. I raise my hand up to my charm of tomorrow, and I cast guidance on myself. Say a quick little prayer.
Hold on, let me see if I...
Don't let me fuck this up.
Can I cast guidance on you?
No, I cannot.
Let me see what this looks like. Oh, that's a 13. I'm gonna use a luck point.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Do I need to bless you with holy grace?
Do
Yeah, I'll use a luck point. And I will.
So the guidance holds. You're just re-rolling the d20.
Yeah, I'll re-roll.
Okay.
So that's that's -1, but +2. So that's 17. 17. Or yeah, 17.
The number goes up, number goes back down again. Damn it. Damn, who's gonna be our hostage? What's the hostage value at that number?
17. I'm like, I don't think you understand how bad I am at this. That's really divine favor right here.
Okay, it's an 18, right? Or
It's
17?
a 17. It's a
17.
17 because I have a -1. I have a -1 to charisma.
Yeah, surprisingly, Manon sounds a little more confident and persuasive than normal. But even still so, you hear her voice echo and is met with silence as everybody looks nervously.
Nobody wants to do it.
We are confident in our agents and their ability to carry out their mission. Like I said, says the Cardinal, if you wish to go, you may. But I don't think anyone here would question the Imperator's ability.
Am I not even an intern or somebody who's like needs like some life experience? We assure you, they won't be an immigrant.
Well, I can't say that I'm surprised by this outcome. Do I think that the Cardinal is bullshitting me when she says she doesn't think that we'll be killed because she's given us our blessing? Or do I get the impression that she wholly believes it and the Imperator is just going to do whatever the fuck he wants anyway? Like, do I think that does she believe what she's telling me?
Who's bullshitting here?
Yeah. Does she believe what she's telling me is what I'm trying to figure out.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Okay.
How lost in the religious sauce
And you
is
can
she?
guidance that too.
Okay.
Oh, the +8.
You know what? I'ma use another luck point. I got 3 of those bitches.
Literally a +8.
I know. There we go. That's better. That's a 21.
21. You analyze, you listen to the tone of her voice, the gesture of her hands, her face, her countenance, and it's really hard to read this bitch. She is just completely composed, and she could be lying, she could be telling the truth.
All right. Did what's her fuck come with us as she is our diplomatic attaché?
You have Norstra and Frangella with you.
Okay, Norstra's with
in
us.
a little peanut gallery.
Okay. A nod. And I look at Norstra and I say, Norstra, would you kindly make note of the Cardinal's kind reassurance that we will not be met by hostile Praetorian forces, should we venture to shadow more
It
and
is,
convey that information to the Australithic League.
it is so noted and will be relayed.
Thank you.
If there is no further discussion, the Cardinal will stand and say, after hearing all the arguments presented, I, at this time, am not ready to commit any of our resources to the changing of our commitment to neutrality, or to the send out of any forces or personnel. Should this be a continuing interest, as suggested by the Prefectus, we can begin formulating a plan and consider changing our policy on immigration. But that's where we'll start if we want to go there. Until then, thank you for bringing these ideas forward, and I will adjourn this meeting. And then she will sit. And the prior looks around and bangs his little golden gavel.
Who does he look around to?
You all, the other faction leaders.
No.
You know what?
I was just making noises.
Oh.
I was verbal stimming.
Man, and you can visibly notice Lilana perhaps wanting to have said more, but clearly, oh, man, it's gone.
Oh,
When out, when hasn't. Wait, what?
my power went out, and my internet hasn't come back on.
My power went out.
Was she like a still frame for a while?
I don't think
Yeah.
so. Was she?
Probably for about a minute.
Oh, okay. Just across the
Yeah.
table. What was the next goal? Oh
What was our next goal?
no, never mind. We got her. We're good.
I'm back. I had to wait for my internet to come
Also-
back.
Hello.
I was like, no, we can't do the religious arc without the religious trauma girl.
Yeah, but my other monitor hasn't come back yet, which is
It's
fine.
okay. You could just hear the wonderful my voice.
Well, so you all are on the monitor that's not fucking weird, but Roll20 was on the other one, so I can't see that currently.
Nothing's changed, so you're fine.
Okay.
We're in combat. Roll for initiative.
The cardinal adjourned the meeting. You had the passive perception to see that the archdiocese perhaps wanted to have said more, and she looks a little defeated, and she chose not to say more, only because she knew that it was futile.
No, you should fight.
Between the two gentlemen and the cardinal, she has no power.
Men really are on the way of a girl boss living.
We should go talk to her.
We should take her as a hostage. I mean, you should talk to her.
No, like, what happens if all the clergy just disappeared overnight? Just all the
I think
clerics.
they
on the
arrest
island.
people for saying these things
God.
like that.
Yeah, that sounds an awful lot like a terroristic threat.
No,
No, it's a terroristic
that does
promise.
sound like a terroristic threat.
What if the
I
whole
should rethink
government
that.
just
It's terrorist.
Shane.
We're at best. It's treasonous at worst.
It's revolutionary if we win.
Revolutionary if we win.
You know, fair.
We could go talk to her and maybe, I don't know, see what she wanted to say.
Yes.
All right.
Legion, go ask.
Was I the one who saw the?
Fuck you, you have eyes. Oh, wait, I think we all saw it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess go talk to her.
I'm gonna throw Legion if we all saw it.
Throw Legion.
I mean, like, Legion's gonna talk now.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to follow her. She's not moving at a particularly fast pace.
Don't say it like that. You're able to follow her.
Are we outside this chamber yet?
She hears. Yeah, you guys are like in the hallways of whatever facility this is. Your footsteps with Legion in tow are noticeable, and she turns.
Damn, I thought we made some good arguments there.
In bureaucracy, you can make all the arguments you want. Ideologies are what win.
You looked like you wanted to say something at the end there. What you wanted to say?
It doesn't matter. I've brought it up before, expanding our missionary program and sending people out, but the Perfectus brings forward the argument that we need everybody here to defend the homeland, and we don't have people to spare for missionary work.
Is he in charge of the clerics?
Is the homeland so weak?
We don't have a standing military.
What the?
Clergy didn't sound like military to me.
So, we are military. All of us are.
I have a genius idea. What if you make a complex of industry and military so you can defend yourself and then export your defense to other places? Oh, never mind. That'll never catch on.
We are authorized to send our youth out.
Yes! Send the youths! Make them do something for once in their lives.
So that they can go on their little Rumspringer, and then they're supposed to come back and do their duty. That's about as much as we have of people going and wandering the continent outside of the Imperator's faction.
How many of them come back?
Most do.
Most?
Most do.
I'm an
Did they-
outlier.
Well, are they guided somewhere, or are they just say, go out there, have fun?
They're not guided. It's communicated that we expect them back in about a year.
Okay, I'm seeing the problem here.
Well, so
That one came out Gary.
This sounds like a mission if, like, my church shot me out of a cannon.
They-
Said goodbye.
Paradrops Mormons! Let him figure.
They
I
often,
like the baby sea turtle missionary effort here.
yeah. Well, the idea is supposed to be, and forgive me for perhaps this is not exactly in the rules, but the idea is supposed to be that you send the youths out to see what the rest of the world is like, so that they recognize that the rest of the world sucks, and that's why they come back.
They often come back sooner than their year deadline.
Do they go together or by themselves?
Alone.
Oh, you're just asking for it, aren't you? Listen, you need to team them up, and they need more direction out there. You can't just throw them out there.
Yeah,
They might turn out lesbian,
You need two at a
Or worse.
time.
gamblers, or whatever your religion is. You can't even deny it.
Is your
I
religion
was
gambling?
basically.
Oh my god, it is gambling.
Yeah, it's the Lady of Luck. I heard somebody at the craps table saying the same thing yesterday. Tamara, help me.
Well, yeah, except Tamora actually helps me. So,
Yeah, she's
Damn.
literally sent an angel.
right.
Wait, do we know about that? The twink?
Yeah, but it feels more like that Tamora is your dealer. Like
She's stealing
you and
luck?
Tamora are playing like poker or something, and she's the one dealing the cards.
Yeah, absolutely. She doesn't control the luck. She is the arbiter of the luck. She is the concept. She's the concept of the whims of fate.
She's the
Sounds like
house.
the gun in Russian roulette.
Kinda.
Well, was that a yes to both our questions?
Yeah. Yes.
I have some reforms for your missionary thing once you get it going.
She doesn't really like. She doesn't really like shift luck a whole lot. She's more like. I mean, she's more like your person who's really good at reading the odds.
Yeah, she's the arbiter of what happens, but not. She doesn't give luck so much as she's like, here's what could happen. Here's what not.
You get a little bit of luck. You have a guidance.
Yeah.
Sure. Right?
Archdiocese, this card's not all that bad. Maybe you could increase the pantheon or something.
Oh, that's how you snip it at the bud. You incorporate it. See, if you have
And
a
then it's
token
not
lesbian,
cool.
won't have any more lesbians. You make her uncool, and then nobody will want to be lesbian again.
I'll tell you that, Pudge, that is absolutely not what my experience has been.
That's terrible. Never mind. Bad ideas. Listen, we're spitball. We have a lot of ideas. Also, I'm trying to talk to the bigots here.
But also, I think that we're in the weeds a little bit on this concept. I don't think any of at the very least, Archdiocese, I didn't think that was going to go any differently than it did.
Well, then I hope you're not too disappointed.
Well, it's hard to be disappointed when your expectations are already in the toilet, I suppose. Be careful. Because I really genuinely do think that there is something insidious at work. And as much as I frankly find this place distasteful, there are good people here. And they rely on you all to protect them. And I think that it is a mistake to rely on to think that everything will be alright just because it has always been alright, and to rely on the might and majesty of the paladins or monks or faith, because faith can be blind if it's not turned inward sometimes. And also, if we are, in fact, as I suspect, greeted with violence, I hope that there's a record of that. Of one of two possible outcomes, which is that the Cardinal's a liar, or she doesn't have control over the Imperator.
When you say that, she smiles. It would be treasonous for me to talk about that.
Well, luckily I'm already person non grata. So I'll do the treason for us. So I don't forgive you, but I am I would like to think that I am grown enough to put aside personal feelings for what I think is right. So, for whatever it's worth, I appreciate that you were willing to voice some support for us in there.
Admittedly, I was worried when I heard you were temporarily returning, but you've come back a stronger, more astute woman, and I will respect that, and admittedly, I don't think all that much credit goes to myself or my institution.
No.
If you need anything, I can't guarantee I can provide it, but I'm happy to support what you're doing.
Health potions? I think we're actually kind of low.
All right, bring us an intern.
Bring us in. Oh wait, no, never mind. We bought some.
Bring us a Rumspringer.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a potion of supreme healing, 2 potions of speed, 2 potions of superior healing, 3 greater healing potions,
Actually, maybe an intern might be a good thing we need.
and a regular potion of healing.
I also have the holy healing oils. It's oil.
Yeah, but also, I just need to say that anything that an intern would do is stuff that I am actually capable of doing.
Mm.
We're not getting the intern because of their skill. We're getting them because we're
You
gonna make another
hungry?
you.
I would prefer not to subject someone to the events that made me me, thank you.
Okay, well, we gotta make that immigrate. I mean, we gotta make that immigration number a little higher.
As soon as I leave this island, I am never thinking about it again.
Never mind then. Scratch intern.
All right. I don't think we need any help, actually.
I suppose then we.
Question though.
Hmm.
Archdiocese,
Yes.
could you contact us when Manon's sister comes back? Hecate.
A message, Legion. Legion, do you mean in the off chance that we do not meet her on Shadowmoor and then we duel to the death in front of everyone? in some sort of climactic battle?
I didn't think we were going to Shadowmoor.
Where the fuck did you think we were going then?
Anywhere but Shadowmoor. Your god kind of was like, don't go.
You haven't been reading the script, have you?
Listen, Tamora gives suggestions. I don't have to follow it. That's part of the appeal of her worship. I'm free to make my own mistakes.
We'll make a few.
I mean, the Archdiocese is just sitting there watching us stare at each other intently.
We just want to know in the off chance we don't go to Shadowmoor, we'd like to know if the Imperator is back here, or even if his mission was a success. I doubt he's going to be able to kill the Arch, or the Dark Heiress.
Well, it would be really disappointing if he stole our kill, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
I'm just saying, I realize that I am perhaps not the person best suited to make this call, but that's where I'd like to go. Unless you'd like to go back to the continent and, I don't know, engage in freedom fighting or a ground war.
Or Andrew Ryan.
Or, yes, that sounds much safer. That was sarcasm.
Oh, yeah, no. Thank you for that. I usually don't pick up on sarcasm. This is the longest message ever.
Yeah, I'm just recasting it.
Yes. If you want to know when your sister gets back, I can let you know.
Yes, appreciate it.
That
Thank
is, if I'm apprised of her return. She no longer belongs to my institution.
Right. She doesn't talk to you? Does anyone talk to anyone? Do you people not communicate?
Clearly not. I don't think anybody in that room besides the Cardinal knew that, until we told them, that the Imperator was on Shadowmoor.
How have you not been invaded yet?
It's like they're an incompetent regime, and they just are in so much denial they have no idea. There are no knowns, and there are unknown unknowns.
Thank you, Archdiocese. We're gonna go fuck off and do something else.
Very well.
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
That was exactly how you were expecting.
Yeah. Yes, that went exactly how I was expecting it to go. I could only hope that I tried very hard to tell whether or not the Cardinal was lying, and I couldn't tell. I'm very good at telling when people are lying. Which leads me to believe there is a chance that she was lying. Because nobody gets that good at being inscrutable unless you lie a lot. So
the Cardinal wants us to go to Shadowmoor?
I think the Cardinal wants us to get killed.
Oh.
So that then we're no longer a problem. She also definitely lied to us when she said she did not know where my sister was.
That she did.
though. I don't know. I'd really like to kill some stuff. I think it might make me feel better. Or go gambling or whoring or something. I'd like to do stuff that I can't do on this island.
Yeah, we need to get off this island. Lady Nostra, you're here.
How can I be of guidance?
Where can we go so we can do some killing, gambling, or...
I really thought you were going to ask guidance off this island.
Yeah, let us off this island.
We want to leave. Please stay.
I believe we had a ship on the pier. We could take the ship back to Nemora if you'd like to go and engage in some recreation.
Or, counterpoint, how do y'all feel about a suicide mission?
I've been on a few on those. I've been on a few of those at this point. I don't really care.
We're gonna go do a battle royale on a tiny island that's being overrun by the Shadowfell.
God, I hope so.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Maybe we can catch the Imperator sandwiched between us and the Dark Heiress.
Great.
Or the Dark Heiress sandwiched between the Imperator and us.
Or we set up an elaborate set of booby traps, and we just crush both of them beneath a giant piano. I saw that in a play once.
Lady Nostra, write down where we need a giant piano.
I don't specialize in conjuration magic, but
But Shadowmoor's the closest. I guess that's where we're gonna go.
very well.
And I just remember that we had a mission in Andrew Ryan. I don't know why we had to go.
I believe it
This
was
is-
because the Ravensworn Academy was doing an expedition there on behalf of the Dark Heiress.
Right.
Well, I guess we could go do... Alright. Rock, paper, scissors. Are we going... I'm Shadowmoor. You're Andrew Ryan. Whose traumatic backstory are we going to finish?
Hey,
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Guess we're going to Andrew Ryan.
oh. We could go to Shadowmoor. Andrew Ryan's far away. Also later.
But also, doesn't it seem like it would be narratively satisfying to have like an all-out battle, and then it's me and my sister on opposite sides, and then we have an opportunity where maybe she chooses the right side, or maybe I betray the party, or something really cool happens.
Oh, that
I'm not
sounds
gonna
fucking
betray.
dope. Let's go to Shadowmoor then.
If you betray the party, how would you like to be cooked?
I'm not gonna betray the party.
Sous vide.
Okay, please, can you just
could
tell
you
me,
not-
just so I know? I need a contingency plan. I have an idea of how you could be cooked, but I would like your input.
I think probably you would need to braise me for a long time. I'm pretty stringy, and if you would like me to be edible, it's probably low and slow to get that
Oh man, and we need to go pick up your girlfriend if we're gonna go on a suicide mission.
Man,
Well, oh yeah. She'd be very upset if we did not take her.
Man, and also, you have been eating my meals for a while now. I regret to inform you, you have maybe gained 5 pounds. Now, I know that might have doubled your weight, but...
I turn around in circles, trying to tell whether or not I have become caked up based on eating Pudge's meals.
Do she got the booty?
She knew.
I stand in such a way so I could see what my shadow looks like. Huh.
Does the ass cast a shadow?
Yeah. Does my ass cast a shadow? I mean, Manon's ass probably casts a very slight shadow now.
What did it used to be? Nothing.
Yeah.
Norstar will go get the ship ready while you pick up Fridus.
Okay.
Who is also afraid of ships and water.
Right, I'll drug her.
Yeah,
Again,
you have to
it's
laudanum
fine.
her ass.
Yeah.
Sedate her.
Hey, baby, I got you your special wine.
Why? She could have the ring of water walking I've got. Do I still have
I think
that?
you did give that to her.
Yeah, you
It
did.
was like, here, this will make you bounce up and down on the water.
No. It's not about being able to deal with the water. It's the fact that you're thinking and water's next to you.
Right, yeah. It's better if I just drug her. It's fine.
Oh, okay. That's a little
She
weird.
kind of likes it. I mean, I don't do it for that. Ugh. No.
All right.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. In that case, then we will have you all board your ship, bound for Shadowmoor. And if you play your cards right, that will be your season 3 finale.
Need to get Tegan back here.
Llivena's summer break.
We would like some murder, please.
It has been a lot of episodes with no murder.
Yeah. Also, however, I'm going to be at D&D summer camp next weekend.
Oh.
So, yeah,
And also, who knows when Brad's going to be back.
right.
Will you be available Sunday or no?
Next Sunday, the 9th?
Oh wait, no. You specifically said you weren't next Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. No.
I won't be available next week either. I'm going.
Yeah, I
out.
think a bunch of us weren't available on the 9th. So that's why we
Okay.
picked one and then the Skippy.
Next week's a wash. 2 weeks.
Hmm. Well, in 2 weeks, Olivia is going
I didn't want to bring it up. I thought about this earlier, actually.
to be here.
Oh, you're
Fuck
going to
it.
Florida?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fallout's canceled. God damn it.
You're going to Florida, bitch?